planetary health itself focuses on understanding and quantifying the human health impacts of global environmental change, and really how the natural systems we depend on affect our own human health and well-being. And to really understand why it matters, we have to go back to the last several decades of human history, where we've made tremendous progress in human health and living conditions. So poverty has decreased exponentially, child mortality has decreased a lot, life expectancy has increased dramatically as well. But the scientific and technological breakthroughs that have made that possible has also made a huge ecological footprint for humanity. So we've seen huge global human consumption has caused exponential increases in things like water use, transportation, fertilizer consumption, paper production, plastic production. You can go on and on. And with all that development, we've seen a big footprint on natural systems as well. So we think of land use change has increased, fisheries capture, CO2 emissions, ocean acidification, and deforestation. And so with this rapid population growth, exponential increase in consumption, we've collided essentially with Earth's natural systems to be able to support us and the rest of humanity, especially as population continues to grow. And why does planetary health matter is because the gains we've made in public health over these past decades are now at risk of being reversed because of the changes we made to natural systems. So we think about health areas like malnutrition, infectious diseases, non-communicable diseases, displacement and conflict, and mental health. And so it's important to better understand these relationships so we can actually develop solutions for them. There's been a lot of cases where technology has had negative outcomes for nature, but the thing is, where we're at right now is we need technological solutions. We can't separate ourselves from the natural world. I think what's core in the planetary health concept is that we are part of the natural world, and I think what's created the issues of the health of natural systems and thus our own health is the idea that we're above the natural world and then thus control it. And what we really need to do is change that concept, and the use of technology can actually allow us to be able to change that concept that we are part of the natural world and there's not these two different. What makes planetary health as a field and concept so important is that not only do we have to understand the risks, but we then have to translate those risks of how do we create solutions. You need to create systems and solutions that provide benefits for people, benefits for nature, and that also recognize the values and the happiness and human well-being for people. And that's really what planetary health is founded upon. Breaking silos, obviously, as we talked about before with transdisciplinarity, needing people from all different backgrounds to come together. In a broader sense, I think breaking silos really means kind of living harmoniously with each other and nature. Going back to Trihita Karana from Bali, that we need to bridge communities. Actually, at the Planetary Health Annual Meeting, the theme is bridging communities to achieve the Great Transition. And how we do this is we first need to listen. That's what a key thing I learned in Indonesia was when I went there, the most important work I did was listening to the communities, because communities hold the solutions and can't think of us as separate, but part of each other as a whole and with nature. And we need to listen to indigenous communities, women, youth, minority groups, and whose voices are often cast aside, and bring them into the conversation and prop up their voices in the spaces that matter.